I see we have another new call. I'm just so disgusted about that last thing that happened. Trevor, we're going to have a talk later about that really stunk. Do we have a new call, Stanley, or no at this point? No?
Yes.
We do have a new call. Hello, caller.
Hello there, Mike. How are you today?
Very good, sir. How are you doing? Thank you for calling. What can we do for you?
This Jackson thing.
Yes, sir.
First of all, did you know that Congress is in session right now, and they are about ready to vote on a very large climate change bill?
I did not. Inform us.
Yeah, well, they're voting today, and they actually stood up and had a moment of silence for in honor of Michael Jackson today. And I'm thinking, the guy was a singer, entertainer. He was not a statesman. He was not a leader. He was not a major philanthropist.
Right.
And he's getting a moment of silence with our democratically controlled Congress. What do you think about that?
Well, I tell you, I think I actually feel sorry for Michael Jackson. I think he was kind of a pathetic individual. Not that he wasn't talented. The guy had great talent. But
he was talented.
He did have some talent. I mean, now the pedophile stuff, I think, if that's true, that's despicable, and maybe we're turning someone into a hero that necessarily shouldn't be. But I don't think he should have got a moment of silence. No, I don't agree with that. He was, like you said, he was not a statesman. And there's people that think that he was a pedophile because he paid $22 million to that family to get him to back off. And I don't know about you, but if it was me and it was my $22 million and I got falsely accused of something like that, you wouldn't be getting $22 million. We'd be going to court. So that causes me a little concern.
And I'm not even referring to any of that stuff. I mean, Elvis should not get a moment of silence. I mean, these are entertainers.
Right. Exactly. I agree.
A moment. I mean, pretty soon we'll be flying the flag at half-mast at the post office for, a deceased drummer of the Grateful Dead or something.
Exactly. I agree with you, and they should not do that. The moment of silence, I do agree with you. They shouldn't have done it. They should have just, What the problem is, too, is the news media builds these people up so darn much that we turn these people into heroes, and they aren't. They're individuals, and the guy basically, it's not been proven yet, but he basically OD'd and was kind of a junkie, which is unfortunate, but it's true.
Well, I heard an interview with Barry Fay yesterday on the radio concerning all this, when all this first was breaking out on KOA, and his contention was that he wouldn't have even booked Michael Jackson at this point in the United States. He says he wouldn't have sold out anywhere.
That's true.
And the commentator said, "Well, you mean you're saying that you wouldn't book him for Mile High or for Invesco Field?" He says, "Invesco Field? Are you kidding? He wouldn't fill up the Pepsi Center."
See, that's sad, but since he's passed away, we've turned him into an icon, and they're going to act like he could have filled God's holy dome up wherever he is now. So
exactly.
But thank you for your call. I appreciate it.
I got one more thing I want to talk about, Mike. If you
Absolutely.
Don't mind. Governor Stafford of South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
What's with this mea culpa crap? I mean, come on.
Right.
Come out and say, I had an affair. It's an internal thing with the family. We're going to handle it. See you later. Instead, he goes on, has a news conference and talks in detail about all this stuff happened.
Right.
The liberal press is going to have a field day with this kind of crap. You just come up, admit that you did it, say you're sorry, go on with life.
So basically, he should have done that versus, let's say what Bill Clinton did, I didn't have sex, blah, blah, blah. Like Bill, he should have just come out and said, this is what I did, and let it go at that.
I'm sorry, I won't do it again. See ya.
The only thing where I think this guy might get in a little bit of trouble is, and I don't know if it's proven yet, so I've really got to say that I'm not sure, but I've heard rumors in the liberal media again that he was using state funds for this trip. And if that was done, that would be wrong. But I agree with you. He, anytime you try to do the right thing and go on the press, they will skewer you alive. And it's going to happen to him.
Exactly. I don't know who his handlers are, but they're wrong on this one. Let me tell you, they're wrong. It made my stomach turn having to hear that confession. It was terrible. I don't know why. I don't know where he was going with it.
Well, thank you for your call, and call us anytime.
You got it.
Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, that was interesting. If the guy did actually not probably go on the media, and the other thing, he was throwing a lot of rocks, so maybe that got him in some trouble too. I guess we have another new call. Hello.
Hello, Mike.
Yes.
You know, I really don't think it's funny that you're making fun of Michael Jackson like this, okay? You know why? Because I've been a long-time fan of Michael Jackson. I've been a fan of her ever since she was a black man.
Okay, on the Michael Jackson thing, we were not making fun of Michael Jackson. That thing that happened here, I had no control over, and you saw how quickly we got those idiots out of here. The
What
thing
are you
with
talking about, man? That thing was hilarious.
you thought that was funny. This is a conservative family program, and we don't do that type of crap on this program. Those people probably set us up, and Trevor is going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble after this show is over for letting that kind of crap happen on this program.
Hey, you know what they're going to do with Michael Jackson? He's 99% plastic, so they can melt him down so now the kids have something to play with.
Hang up on this idiot. That's disgusting. You pinko pervert. Trevor, can we try to get some calls in that aren't morons tonight? We had that, then we got this guy saying that kids are going to be playing with Michael Jackson now that he's a plastic toy. And people think that's funny. That's disgusting. Thank you for that phone call, and don't ever call back. That's the thing, is that thing that was done with Michael Jackson tonight was not good. I didn't endorse it. I had no idea over it. And we just thought it was going to be a nice family show tonight, and so we apologize for that. But they won't be back ever on this program. Also, the North Korea thing, if anybody has any input on them saying that they would like to wipe out the U.S., call and let me know what you think about that. I would like to have the North Koreans taken care of. Well, you can't have people driving around with nuclear weapons acting like they're going to blow you out of the water. That's just not... you can't have it, and they're not willing to negotiate. And then the other thing was the president of Iran telling our president to apologize for some of the statements he said. And I hope that our president will tell him where to put his ideas very clearly. They should tell him to blow it out his ass. The thing in Iran is really a very sad situation. Now you've got the Ayatollahs and all these other people saying that the people that were speaking up for freedom should be severely punished. I think last I heard there were 17 dead. The CIA probably has the real numbers on there, and they're probably a lot higher since they've locked down the media. Nothing can go in and out of Iran right now. I'm sure it's a much worse, serious situation than we even know at this time. But also back to the South Carolina governor, you know, I think that the problem where this guy got into a lot of trouble, when you're throwing stones at other people, like the Bill Clintons, and you're saying, you know, you would never do that and they should step down, and then you go and do the same thing. I did agree with the caller very much that maybe he should have said a lot less and said it was an internal family matter, you know, and admitted it and just gone on. That might have been a better way to handle it. But the guy, you know, when you have your constituents and you're elected to office, you should try to be at a higher par. And the bad thing that the Republican Party's having now, which is really very sad, is we seem to be the ones on the conservative end that have all these people in office, and they're the ones that are always getting caught, busted, put on television. The senator from Alaska, Palin with her kids. I mean, it's all this, it's just, the Republican Party has been totally neutered, unfortunately, and I like both parties to have say and keep everything and the checks and balances that we're supposed to have. Right now there are none, and there seems to be that there's going to be a lot less. So if you'd like to call in tonight on any issue that you feel is very important, please do so, and we will take your call.